You step outside, and a cold wind cuts across your skin. And in an instant, without a single thought, it happens. Tiny bumps rise across your arms. The little hairs on your body stand straight up. You call them goosebumps, and you have felt them 1,000 times. But here is the strange part. You do not only get them when you are cold. You get them when a song reaches its peak. When a story gives you chills. When you feel afraid. One reflex, triggered by cold, by fear, and by beauty. Why would your body do the exact same thing for all three? The answer is older than you are. Far older than humans. To understand it, we have to zoom in, deep into your skin. Every hair on your body grows out of a tiny pocket called a follicle. And attached to each follicle is a muscle so small you will never feel it alone. It is called the arrector pili. When it contracts, it tugs on the root of the hair. The hair snaps upright, and the skin around it puckers into a little bump. Multiply that by millions of hairs, all at once. And that is a goosebump, a wave of tiny muscles flexing in unison. But your body does not do this for no reason. Something has to give the order, and that something is deep in your nervous system. A rush of a chemical called adrenaline. The same alarm signal that races through you in a moment of danger. So let us start with the oldest reason of all. Cold. Imagine an animal covered in thick fur. When the temperature drops, its arrector pili muscles fire. Every hair lifts and stands on end. And a thick layer of air gets trapped between the raised hairs. That trapped air is warmth, a living blanket the animal grows on command. It is the same trick a bird uses when it puffs up on a freezing morning. For a furry creature, this reflex is brilliant. It can save a life. And here is the twist. You inherited that exact same machinery. The muscles, the nerves, the trigger, all of it, still inside you. But there is one small problem. Somewhere along the way, we lost the fur. Millions of years ago, our ancestors were covered in a thick coat. Then, slowly, our bodies traded that coat for bare, sweating skin. It helped us stay cool as we walked and ran across open land. But evolution rarely deletes an old system completely. It simply left the machinery switched on, running under bare skin. So today, when you get cold, the muscles still fire faithfully. They lift hairs that are now far too thin to trap any warmth. The reflex works perfectly. The blanket it was built for is simply gone. Scientists call this a vestigial trait, a ghost of an ability we once needed. Goosebumps are a message from a body that used to be furry. But cold is only half the story. Because you feel this in fear too. A sudden noise in the dark. A shadow that should not be there. That same jolt of adrenaline floods your body. And your hairs stand up again. But not to keep you warm. Watch a frightened cat. Its fur puffs out until it looks twice its size. That is the trick. A threatened animal makes itself look bigger. Bigger looks stronger. Stronger might make a predator think twice. For a furry creature, standing your hair on end is a bluff. A show of size. And once again, you inherited the wiring for that bluff. So when fear grips you, your body still tries to puff up a coat. A coat that vanished long, long ago. Which leaves the strangest trigger of all. Because you do not only get goosebumps from cold or fear. You get them from a song, from a voice, from a moment of pure beauty. A melody swells, and a wave rolls down your arms. There is no wind here. There is no danger. So why the reflex? This is where it becomes beautifully human. When something moves you deeply, your brain releases that same adrenaline. The circuit built for cold and fear gets pulled into the world of emotion. The reward centers of your brain light up, the same ones that answer to love. An ancient survival reflex, borrowed to mark a moment as meaningful. That chill down your spine is your oldest machinery saying, "This matters." So think about what a goosebump really is. A muscle older than our species, tugging a hair that no longer keeps you warm. A reflex your ancestors used to survive the cold and to frighten off predators. It should have faded away when we lost our fur. But evolution let it stay. And in staying, it found an entirely new purpose. A leftover from the wild, now firing at music, at wonder, at love. So the next time the cold wind hits, and your skin rises to meet it, or a melody sends that quiet shiver down your back, remember what you are really feeling. It is millions of years of memory written into your skin. A furry ghost, still trying to protect you. And sometimes, just reminding you that you are wonderfully, deeply alive.